know I accidentally went live a second ago and it was black, but I fixed it.
That's why people were messaging me. Are you okay? And I'm like, well, yeah, I'm fine.
Sometimes when you spill the tea, you hit the computer and there's some steam and you got to fix it up. So I fixed it. So. It's fine. Everybody's good. I'm Tracy.
I'm Feisty.
And we've got Candy.
Hi.
Candy. Dun, dun, dun. I just wanted to play that in the background, but I didn't want us to get dinged by Sony for using their music or whatever, but whatever.
You would. You all have been waiting for this moment with Candy. You guys keep on asking us to have Candy on here. So we got Candy on here.
We did. And we've got so much tea that we have to go live like 3 times a week now. Like, it's not even a joke. Like, it's 3 times a week to get all the tea spilled.
Do you know what happens when you drink too much tea? You have to go to the bathroom all the time. Okay, I'm just saying this. It seems like that's the only time I get any other work done because I'm busy on here all the time.
So that gives new meaning to the word that she's in the office.
Right?
I'll be in my office. My grandpa used to say that. I'll be in the office.
Exactly.
Okay, so Candy gets her own special tea spilling program because Candy has so much tea. Candy's story is actually very upsetting, y'all, because, you know, Jerry and I both were Z participants, Rock the Runway participants. Candy was also Rock the Runway participant. But when y'all hear what happened during Candy's race, I'm going to tell her, you dodged a bullet, girl. You dodged a bullet. So I would love it if you would just take it away and tell us, like, when you got in paparazzi and when your teeth started boiling.
Oh Lord. Alrighty.
You know what? Wait. You know what? Everybody's saying that it got interrupted. Is it interrupted on your side?
No.
Just on mine?
Yeah.
Weird.
And you know what? Has anybody said that?
I'm watching it. And I see
everything smooth. For the people that's interrupted, maybe you need to go out and come back in, y'all. Just maybe pop through and pop back in because we don't see anything frozen on our end. But y'all are, and we're going to be here for a while. It's not like we're going to go away. Just go out and come back in.
They probably can't hear that if it's frozen on their end.
Yes.
No, it's fine. Go ahead. It was only for a couple people.
Okay,
we're good. Okay, cool.
Okay, my name is Candy Morgan. I joined Paparazzi in April of 2018. Just like everybody else, broke, done it to make money. Plain and simple. I was very successful with Paparazzi. Team-wise, I was a producer. Rank-wise, in LOP, first year I was diamond, or first year I was platinum. Second, third year, I was back-to-back diamond. Personal sales, over 6 figures for the last 2 years. So I was very successful with it.
Girl, yes, you were.
My journey with why I left Paparazzi is way different than what y'all have been hearing. You've been hearing, about convention, about the consultants passed away, people being upset. And what you've heard so far, I'm going to tell you is true because I was at convention. I was there. I have a picture with the founders, no mask whatsoever. So I can vouch to everything that's being said as far as what happened at convention. The only time they were forced was when you walked through the actual doors and security was, hey, pull your mask up. Once you got through the doors, you could take it off, and it was never said another word to about it. So I can vouch for everything that's been said about that because I was there this past year. But what happened at convention had nothing to do with me leaving. I actually decided a year and a half ago that I was going to leave Paparazzi. The sealed deal happened this past May that I was going to leave. Some people, as far as uplines, they knew. Some of my team knew. The rest was completely blindsided when I walked away. So I wanted to give you a brief rundown as to why I left so that y'all understand it had nothing to do with convention. What I'm going to be telling and showing you all is to show you all proof that these elites that are defending compliance, these elites that are defending this company, that are saying as long as you follow the rules of compliance, you're safe. You're good to go. You have nothing to worry about. I'm fixing to break everything that's coming out of their mouth, and they will no longer be able to tell you all that. So you active consultants right now, you're about to find out your uplines are flat out lying to your face.
That's right.
Because not only did I not break compliance, I actually emailed compliance, got the emails to show you. Oh yeah, all receipts, and I have a video to show you all. Was told that I could do this, that it was perfectly A-okay. Then when I done it, the outcome was way different. Way different. Now, let me make it clear, I was not canceled. I actually called and canceled myself. I canceled myself September the 20th. Well, just this past month. I waited till I got my $2,000 for hitting diamond because I earned that, and I'd be dang if they was going to keep that. So make that clear. I was not canceled for anything. I canceled myself. But I'm about to shut every elite in this company up. You will no longer be able to defend compliance. You will no longer be able to defend paparazzi once I get done. So my journey. First and foremost, like I said, I joined April 2018. Had an upline. We were close. I was buying off her before I ever joined. That's why I joined under. We were super, super, super close. I learned very quickly the ranks in paparazzi. I knew what I wanted because I knew what kind of money I wanted to make. I was a full-time insurance agent when I joined paparazzi. I also worked a part-time job when I joined. So I knew what kind of money I planned on making. So I learned the ranks really quick. Went up the ranks somewhat pretty quickly. February of 2019 rolls around, and well, I outranked my upline. And I'm here to tell you right now, my upline not only disowned me, disowned my whole entire team.
Let's talk about what happens when you outrank your upline. What happens when you outrank your upline, Candy?
Well, the day it happened, I thought I would get a message. I haven't even been in the company a year. I thought I'd get a message saying, hey, congratulations, because I ranked to Premier Director is what I ranked to. I thought I'd get a message saying, hey, congratulations. I'm proud of you. Way to go. I still to this day have never heard from her. I got a notification I had been removed from the team page. I get messages from my team wanting to know why they're no longer in there because she had removed my whole entire team.
Because you
outranked
her.
Yes.
She dumped you.
Yes. I emailed compliance, asked them to please allow me to move uplines based on the circumstances, and was told I had no grounds to stand on. And I've got that I'll show here in just shortly. But yes, was remain stuck there. Thank God I had a second command that took me under her wing and taught me and trained me. Because if it wasn't for her, I'd been walking, talking, blindsided, ghost, have no clue what was going on in this company. And that's one of the issues I have with paparazzi. With compliance, you can be suspended or terminated at the drop of a dime because of something you done to break compliance. But there is not a single founder, a single employee doing a single training that is actually through paparazzi. It is uplines. It is consultants' jobs to train downline. So guess what? If they were trained incorrectly, their downline's going to be trained incorrectly.
That's
and then
right.
They want to know why they get suspended and why they get terminated for something that, let me tell you, if you go read policy procedure, it changes literally at the drop of a dime. We have no notification. How are we supposed to know unless we sit there and read it every day? Well, you know what? In this company, they push you to work your business. So if you're working your business, you ain't got time to sit on your hind end and read policy and procedure every single day.
That's right.
Sorry, you don't. But that's one of the things that drives me crazy with paparazzi. If you're going to suspend somebody for whatever, then you as founders, you need to be doing the trainings. There needs to be a whole section in that back office that is nothing but trainings on everything you can and cannot do in paparazzi from the founders, not relying on other consultants to train their downline.
That's right.
Because I can tell you now, I had a third in command. She couldn't stand me. You all have heard her name. A lot of you were wondering who Candy was the other night when Heather brought me up. That's me. So you know who I'm going to say. Miss Debbie Rowe. The woman could not stand me. She would contact everybody to contact me to get me under control. But not one time, still to this day, has that woman ever messaged me herself with an issue she had over me. Why? Because she knows I'm not the one. I'm not the one. So the reason I bring her up is they rely on uplines to train your downline. Mm-hmm. Guess what? When you have an upline that doesn't like you, you want to know what they do with your downline when they're supposedly training them? Mm-hmm.
Steal them
They train
away,
them in
brainwash them, lie to them, sabotage them, sandbag them, trick them into getting canceled, give them false information, any of the above?
oh, all of it. All of it. To the point in one day, and I'll never forget this day. It was August 2019, August 14th. Because of her and her improper training, I had 14 girls walk away in one day.
Wow. Do you know how long it took you to get those 14 people to join your team and they all left in one day? Like, let's talk about how hard it is to get a new person to join your business.
Heather Dill's an upline of mine. She can vouch. Amanda Mead was a Papa sister of mine. She can vouch. There's other Papa sisters on here of mine. They can vouch. I was set to go in September to double rank to elite.
But you couldn't because your team quit.
Not when she done what she done.
Well, let's see if we can pay her back a little bit.
So anyway, on along down my journey line with Paparazzi, I rebuild my team. I've got a strong team. I had one goal in this company. It was to make money. The second goal was to win the Z competition. That's all I wanted to do. Everybody from my top upline, which was Rochelle Beachy, all the way down knew that was my one and only goal, was to win the Z competition. So in 2019, I went to convention. I watched Miss Geraldine walk the stage. I saw all this stuff. And I walked out and I told my second command, the woman who took me under her wing, Miss Tanya Bowen, I said, you know what? That's going to be me next year at convention. That's going to be me. I'm going to win this competition. So I studied. I went back and I pulled every one of y'all's leaderboards. I pulled all the rules to what it took to win the Z competition. I studied it. I had it laid out.
My points were boss.
I did. I studied every bit. I knew what it was going to take.
And I didn't cheat. Mic drop. I didn't cheat. I sold. I didn't cheat.
Yep. So I studied it in and out. Studied it in and out. I was like, okay, this is what I'm going to have to do. This is how many consultants, because they have changed the point system when I ran in 2020.
They changed it.
It was more based on you signing people versus you ordering.
Correct.
I want to make that clear to people. When Jerry and I joined, your points for selling jewelry or purchasing jewelry for sale were weighted a lot more heavily or at equal to recruiting. If you look at the requirements now, they are recruit people in, immediately get them promoted, make sure they're buying. So you have to not only recruit people into the company now, you have to make sure they're buying jewelry. That is how you win Z now. Not for working your business, but for pressuring other people into immediately jumping right in and working theirs.
Which is bullshit.
Which you could look at it and say, okay, well, you're motivated to be a good mentor, but that's not what it's about.
In 2020, when I ran, the point system was if they purchased the $99 kit, you got 30 points. They purchased the $299, it was 50 points. And if they purchased the $499, it was 70 points. You got 50 points for every personally sponsored that hit director or got paid as a director, and you got 1 point for every 50 PV ordered.
So basically, you were to say, please support me by running up your personal volume on my behalf. Yeah.
Yep. So I talked to my customers. Like I said, I had it all studied. So April rolls around 2020. I make the big announcement to my customers. Guys, next month we're going for this. I'm going for the Z. And they all had my back. I had it all lined up. I knew I needed to sign at least 40 consultants the month of May. At least 40 consultants. I ended up signing 38 consultants the month of May. And I didn't even do the last week of the competition.
Which is part of the story, right?
Oh, yeah. So I had it all lined up. They knew what was to come. So I emailed compliance, and let me pull that right now. So right here, my email to compliance. Y'all all know what all them documents look like.
Y'all. It's receipts.
So I emailed them on April the 2nd, 2020. Hey there, I'm running for the Z competition next month in May, and I was wondering when someone joins Paparazzi to basically be a kidnapper and only wants to buy for themselves and not ever sell the jewelry, are we allowed to trade pieces we have in our inventory for pieces they get in their kit that they no longer want because they will not wear them as long as it is an even trade? That is exactly what I emailed them.
And you literally said they're kidnappers, they're buying for personal use.
I even
Can
said,
I
hey,
trade pieces
I
from
am
my
running for the Z
inventory?
competition next month.
Right.
I was wondering when someone joins Paparazzi to basically be a kidnapper and only wants to buy for themselves and not ever sell the jewelry, are we allowed to trade pieces we have in our inventory for pieces they get in their kits that they don't want because they won't wear them as long as it is an even trade?
I think that's about the most blunt, most truthful, honest. Like, they're never going to work, y'all, but they want to join to help me. Can I do this? Period.
Yeah. So that little video you played Tuesday night, where she wants to talk about it's how you word it. I didn't word it correctly. I don't think you can get any clearer than that right there. Pretty sure you can't get any clearer than that. Let them know what I was going to be doing. Point blank, told them these are kidnappers. They're never going to sell this. Can I trade? So, you can shut your mouth now on that one, sweetheart. This was their response. Candy. Even though trading pieces is not against policy and procedure, Paparazzi does not recommend any trading from consultant to consultant, sales or exchanges. It is recommended that consultants purchase their inventory from the back office. Why? Because Paparazzi makes money that way. There are multiple reasons a consultant should purchase through the back office instead of from another consultant, including the consultant is assured to receive authentic paparazzi accessories. Consultants' accounts have been canceled for selling non-paparazzi accessories, which they purchased from others believing they were authentic paparazzi items. Okay, I'm offering to trade out the kit pieces they're getting, which is paparazzi kit pieces, with pieces I have they want, which is paparazzi pieces. So, yeah, that ain't an issue. When items are purchased through the back office, the sales tax on the purchased item has been accounted for, either by the consultant paying the sales tax on the retail purchase price or by the consultant providing paparazzi with documentation of valid exemption. Consultants who purchase paparazzi accessories for resale from sources other than paparazzi should consult their tax advisor regarding sales/use tax reporting and payment requirements. The consultant is still required to comply with all state and federal laws regarding reporting, paying sales/use taxes to their taxing authorities. Paparazzi recommends consultants contact their tax advisor regarding any question. Okay, I'm literally talking about trading pieces of that.
Any damn thing.
Yeah. The consultant can return damaged items purchased directly from Paparazzi by following Paparazzi return policy rather than having to go back to the consultant for a replacement. Once again, in our kits, we get repair kit. So most of the stuff can be fixed anyway. Last but not least, the consultant increases PV to keep his or her account active, to advance rank, to achieve such designations as life of the party, and to be eligible for commissions and bonuses. I'm running for a Z necklace. You best believe I was going to be active. Let's think about this. So that was the response to me, to my question I asked them about trading pieces. So nowhere is it against policy and procedure to trade pieces.
My upline used to have a party once a month where they went to a restaurant or a business, laid out all the pieces they wanted to trade, and then everybody walked around and traded their inventory. My upline actually encouraged it. Because that was back when I started. You had to trade, and you couldn't do an online return. You had to actually get the authorization and mail in broken jewelry or jewelry you didn't want anymore. So nobody did it because it was such a hassle.
And let's remind people, your upline was the same one who decided to do a video for her team and use Candy as an example of how to properly address policies and procedures.
Yep. So I have some policy and procedures that I want to read to you all before I show you about a 12-minute section of video. And this is legit paparazzi policy procedures dated effective September 1st, 2015. I joined 2018. So this is what was in place when I joined. Okay?
Same one that was in place when I joined. Exact same date. Yes.
The first thing I want to read you is where it says retailing and reselling. After the initial product or inventory is purchased, no product can be resold or retailed for less than the suggested retail price. No product under $5. This includes, but is not limited to, offering or advertising free items through buy X, get X promotions, meaning you can't say buy 3, get 3 free with Paparazzi, or giving free gifts with a purchase. Now, I read you the email, point blank, what I was asking I could do. I wasn't given anything extra. I was asking if I could evenly trade out the pieces. And you will hear that on my own words in the video here in a minute. The same policy applies whether the free promotional item being offered is a Paparazzi product or a product not carried in Paparazzi's inventory. Offering or advertising these types of promotions lowers the retail price of each piece sold below the required $5 minimum. Doing so compromises the entire Paparazzi program for all consultants. Any promotion of a consultant's independent business or the Paparazzi opportunity through any channel of communication, public or private, is considered advertising. So, wait a minute. I'm confused on that one right there. Because last time I checked, ain't all these elites doing opportunity, pushing for recruit lives right now? And I believe I just said any promotion of a consultant's independent business or the Paparazzi opportunity through any channel of communication, public or private, is considered advertising.
But it's okay because they're elite.
Yeah. Additionally, giving away free items that are not sold by Paparazzi can lead customers to the assumption that those items are part of Paparazzi's product offering. As outlined in Section 513, offering non-Paparazzi products alongside Paparazzi products compromises its good name and can lead to the Paparazzi name and brand being associated with inferior products. Any exceptions to this policy must be authorized by an official Paparazzi officer in writing prior to the sale or event. Okay, there's a reason I read that to you all.
So is it because compliance isn't an officer that you didn't get permission? I mean, what was their reasoning? But anyway,
you know, there's a reason I read that certain procedure.
I don't know.
The next one I want to read you is Section 512, recruiting and enrolling promotions. At no point may a consultant advertise, promote, an enrolling or recruiting promotion in which the price or value of the enrollment process is discounted. If you are trading out pieces evenly, that does not change the value of anything.
Right.
It's $5, $2.75, $2.75, however you want to look at it. Plain and simple. This includes, but not limited to, offering discounted starter kits. I wasn't doing that.
Right.
I was offering to trade out pieces evenly. Reimbursements. Yep. Wasn't offering to pay for kits, although I saw some others, elites that are still active that have done that. Yeah, saw those.
Raimi Graham? Yeah, Raimi
saw
Graham.
Saw those receipts.
I have receipts of her buying kits.
Don't worry about it, girl. You don't have to pay me back. Just rock your business.
Exactly. Cash offers for enrollment. Yeah, who has that kind of money? I'm selling jewelry to make money. I ain't got kind of money to be giving it away. No. Extra personal inventory. Nope. I was offering to trade out evenly. And you will hear that come out of my mouth in a minute when I play the video. Or anything else that is seen to increase the value or decrease the value of the enrollment process. So trading out pieces evenly. That does not increase or decrease anything. I wasn't offering extra. I wasn't saying, okay, well, yeah, I'll trade you 5 of yours for 3 of mine, or, you know, I'll give you, if you buy a kit, I'm going to give you 10 extra pieces. No, none of that. So once again, I never broke compliance. Even according to compliance, I didn't break them because there's nothing against compliance on trading pieces. This activity is often seen as an attempt to create an unfair advantage to other consultants. Now, that is their policy procedure right there, sections 5.11 and 5.12. Consultants that are active still to this day, go look it up for yourself. Right there it is, black and white. Black and white. Now, moving away from that, there's another policy and procedure I want to read to you out. And it's about consultants' behavior. It's about disparaging remarks.
Oh, you mean the one they're canceling everybody about?
Oh, yes. Section 4.14, disparaging remarks. Consultants may not use disparaging remarks in relation to paparazzi corporate staff, employees, directors, officers, or any other representative of paparazzi, including but not limited to other independent consultants. That's point blank. Section 4.14. Everybody's being terminated over it right now. Everybody.
Everybody.
But you're about to hear it. You're about to see a live that was done about me in May. And
Let me point out, they're so minor that people will comment on here, thanks for the laughs, and they get terminated. That's how minor they are, okay? Like literally just even a thumbs up and they're getting terminated.
Yep. But I'm about to show you a 12-minute video that was done strictly about me.
Yeah.
And this consultant is still active consultant today.
Yeah.
I told my story on September the 22nd. Since then, she seems to think it's funny and likes to talk about the fact that I brought her up in my story, that my story was based around her and what she done.
Wow.
So, yeah. Yeah, she still talks about it on her lives. She thinks it's hilarious that she's still a consultant and got away with it. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
So, let me finish reading that section 4.14. Consultants are to conduct their business with positivity. Yeah. And in a manner that uplifts everyone. Comments made by consultants that may be negative in nature and relate to others potentially damage their own business, the business of others, and the paparazzi brand. Consultants should be courteous, polite, and always seek a resolution to any disagreement or dispute. That is their straight policy and procedure. The next one I'm going to read you is the next section, 4.15, Paparazzi Code of Conduct. Paparazzi consultants are expected to present themselves in a manner that is representative of the clean and uplifting culture of paparazzi. I want to stop right there. It's funny they use the word culture. Want to know how you spell culture?
Cult.
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 Pretty funny. Let me read that one more time. Paparazzi consultants are expected to present themselves in a manner that is representative of the clean and uplifting culture of paparazzi. This includes, but is not limited to, language. They can tell you how to talk. Dress. They can tell you what to wear. Appearance. They can tell you how your makeup needs to be, your hair fixed. And conduct. They can tell you how to act. Paparazzi reserves the right to exclude any consultant from any event for violation of this code. We are independent consultants. On page 1 of Policy and Procedures, the very last paragraph, right down here, its exact statement is consultant enters into the agreement as and shall continue to be an independent contractor.
Yeah, I like Patty's. Taking orders has never been my strong suit either, Patty.
So, last time I checked, independent means you ain't got nobody telling you how to do jack crap. But their policy procedure clearly states section 4.15. They can tell you how to talk, how to dress, how to behave, Are you kidding me? Kidding me right now.
I think it's more of a Papa-bot programming manual than a policy and procedure manual. But that's just me.
But there's a reason I read those policy and procedures to you all. Because I'm now about to play you a video that was done about me. And like I said, this is still a consultant that is an active consultant today. Okay. I'm going to pull y'all around.
While you're pulling that up, I want to tell everybody, if you're trying to watch on Feisty Bombshells LLC, I got a notification from Facebook that they're having trouble with the broadcast. So if you need to watch it live, you can go to Bluegrass Bling, which is my business page where it's rolling just fine, or you can just wait for the replay because we'll post it up as soon as we can.
I also just pasted the link on my business page from you. So if they're there, they're able to get back in again.
So sorry, y'all. It's a Facebook issue we have no control over. So I apologize.
Don't start your conspiracy theories that Paparazzi has all my videos blocked. It's a Facebook issue that I've been having, that a lot of other people have been having too. I have a very large page. I'm always hit when they're trying to upgrade.
Tuesday's tea time video got deleted from my page with no intervention from me at all. So I was recommending everybody for Tuesday go to your page. So now we've had the problem flipped. So
irritating.
It's just Facebook. It's okay because you know what? We don't pay to use Facebook. So, you know,
we also uploaded on our YouTubes as well. So this is
we'll have it up on YouTube as soon as we can get it processed over. So don't worry, y'all.
Yeah.
Okay. Hang on one second. All right. This young lady you're about to see a video of, and I can't zoom in to get it in clear, but you'll be able to hear her. She was also running for the Z competition in May. Okay?
And it is amazing, beautiful. This one is mine. Hi, my love. This one is mine, but I don't know how many I ordered those. So if you want this one, let me see how many I ordered. I know you got my back, girl. You got my back. No violence. No violence. Oh, if y'all want that one, y'all better be quick because, you know, I was very smart and ordered just one. Lo que es de uno. So my number 3 for that one, mi número 3. I was cracking up. Just know about mess. Let me just stop because I know she got 5 over here. My number 3, mi número 3. I just ordered one. I don't know why I did that because this piece right here is super gorgeous. And the best thing is that you can take them apart and just wear them separately. Mine number 3, mío número 3. Y si te viene con pantalla, hey Joy. Si te viene con su pantallita, miren qué bella. So it does come with the Maychali earring. And this has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 necklaces. Tiene 6 collares en uno. Este es el número 3. Ladies, I'm not putting numbers, so if you are watching the replay, make my job a little bit easier and just like go ahead and take a screenshot. Go ahead, quick. Ya, está afuera. Dos botoncitos ahí, quick. Le tomas una fotocita y la envías. Thank you, Joy. Y'all cut it out. You girls are a hot mess. Joy.
That was me showing the comments where they were actually talking about me in the comments.
Candy, can you move the laptop closer? They're all saying they're having a hard time hearing it.
Hang on a minute. Let me turn it up.
I mean, I want to make sure they get to hear the good part, right?
Yeah,
okay.
the good part's coming.
Okay, let me go to the second video now. The first one, though, she, clear as day, broke compliance in it, telling them they can alter the jewelry, which is 100% against compliance. We all know this.
So we can actually probably get a copy of that video and post it in that posted in the group, right? Okay. So people who were having trouble with it, the whole point of Candy telling you that was this was Haiti, who was running for the Z at the time, telling her customers who were shopping with her on her live how they could alter the jewelry. Is that correct?
Yep, that's the start of her video. And then she told me, you know, that when she said, I know she has spies up in here, that's when they were talking about me.
Oh, okay. So she was also accusing you of spying on her live. Okay.
Yes.
And by the way, altering jewelry is against compliance.
Yes. So here's video number 2. This is just continuing on.
Gracie, keep a lookout for your package, my love. Just, you know, FYI. Dye my hair purple. Gracie, why would I do that? Why would I dye my hair purple? Why in the world will I do such a thing? I am not dyeing my hair purple. It is not going to happen. Never in a million years. Oh, no, let me see this one. It does match. I mean, it's up to you, girl. But let me show myself. Okay, so miren el collar. Qué bello. This necklace is absolutely gorgeous. Medio en azul. Probably stolen. It's not stolen. It is not stolen. Okay? You just wait. I'm going to send you the tracking. Is there a wish that all you girls would send me your email? I mean, Gracie, I have yours. I just forgot to put it on. Yes, that one, girl, that one. I think you will look great with purple or blue. I'm not dyeing my hair blue. Look at that. And I'm not dyeing my hair purple. No. This is pink, but no. We ain't doing that. All right, my number 4. En número 4, I have 3 in pink and 2 in blue. These are seed bead necklaces. They do have silver, tienen plateadito. They have silver beads in between. I have it in silver and I have it in blue. I have 2 in blue, 3 in silver. Tengo 2 en azul y 3 en rosita. Número 755. This one has a number already. My number 755. She's the first one, and that's where I looked her up. That's where I looked her up. I was bored. Hold on, I'll tell you her name right now. I was just so.
There's video 2. 1, 2. Here's 3.
Oh, good. Like, it's not good. She's cheating, just FYI. I'm not being sorry. She's cheating, but it's okay. It's okay. Porque les tiene miedo. Tiene miedo and I know that with y'all girls, I'm going to get that necklace. I'm going to get it. Let's figure out her name. Hold on. Oh, what's her name? Who I send this to? Just I'll text you mismo. I just seen your message, Mama. It's this girl.
Look at what you spent with me. Guys, my offer's still on the table, y'all know that.
Wait.
Get your kit, and there's pieces in there you don't
I was so mad at her.
There's pieces in there you don't like. I will trade the pieces out with you if you're somebody that's not going to sell this. Now, if you're going to sell it, you can sell the pieces. But if you're not, you're just going to keep the kit for yourself, and you're doing it for points for me, I will trade the pieces out for pieces.
She can't do that!
Make that clear.
She can't do that. I recorded her.
And I need 4 of them done by noon. A lot of you have already done it, but I got a lot of you that have not. And a lot of you that have not well over $100 a month. You actually spend $100 almost every
I
month.
couldn't. I was so upset. So that's what I was doing yesterday. I lied. I was fine for like 3 in the morning. I was. Let me find the other one. Where did I post the other one? I deleted it. Let's find out her name. Okay, vamos a averiguar el nombre. El nombre de ella. her name is Candy Morgan. She a little piece of doo-doo-you. It's freezing. No, Cleveland. You know, come back and maybe if you fucking love like me, you know, hello, I am really sorry. But it's all good, like.
She called you a name, right?
Yeah, wait. Pause it real quick, Candy. Pause it.
My hubby didn't even go to work.
Let's be clear. She called you a little piece of doo-doo.
Yeah.
That's super classy.
Right? Not to mention, if she had a problem, she should have taken it offline, which is exactly what compliance says, right? And handled it like an adult. Instead, she pushes her own agenda, calls Candy names, shows them that she feels Candy is cheating so that way she can get more support to win it herself. And this is ethical? This is ethical?
That's why I read you all the policy and procedures before I showed this video.
I mean, let me ask you a question. Just out of curiosity. Did you ever bother to watch other people's lives while you were running for the Z, or were you minding your own business?
I didn't even know who she was until 3 of my customers messaged me.
But she recorded you and turned you into
They
compliance.
messaged me and said, "Oh my God, you got to see this." She was live. I saw it live, and then went back and rewatched it and recorded it and sent it to compliance.
And let me explain to you how vicious that is and how it was. Jerry, when's the first time we met or learned each other's names?
I think that was during the Z competition.
But I mean, when's the first time we actually knew each other's names? Like, hey, that's Jerry, or hey, there's Tracy.
I don't know. I don't know.
When we showed up to rock the
when we were wearing the necklaces,
said,
right?
Hey, I'm Tracy.
Yeah.
You're like,
well,
Jerry.
I didn't know any of my Z sisters. None of them. I didn't know any of them.
And did we go live and sell jewelry and talked about the opportunity? But did we ever once attempt to sandbag somebody else on the leaderboard?
Again, the only time I looked at the leaderboard was
and there's Donnelly. She's on and said the same thing. When's the first time we met? At convention. Yeah, when we all met each other.
Didn't even know my other Z sisters. Did not.
And when she done this live, it was the 3rd week in the competition. I was carrying the #1 slot all 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And she was on the first week, she was in the #4 slot. And the second week, she was in the 2nd slot. And in the 3rd week, she was in the 2nd slot.
So you're a little piece of doo-doo. And I'm pretty sure that she also accused you of cheating, said she can't do that. And I recorded her and turned her into compliance. So now she's the compliance police.
She said she's a cheater.
Called you.
But you heard out of my own mouth when she played the video back that she recorded of me, I stated, if you are only doing this to help me get points and never plan on selling this, I will trade the pieces out with you. If you're going to sell this, then you can sell the pieces.
Right.
Which is exactly what I asked compliance.
Yeah. And I think that the most important part of these videos is that this woman, Haiti, not only did she accuse you of cheating, called you a disparaging name. Like, listen, I mean, I've got a 9-year-old who can come up with a better name than piece of doo-doo, but whatever. Still, it was a nasty remark. Accused you of cheating, and then told everybody that she reported you to compliance, which is supposed to be confidential, but whatever. So
yeah, and I know y'all can't send the videos.
Was 3 different compliance violations just in that video alone.
I know you can't see in the videos, but where I keep going over the comments is her customers that had been coming on my lives and was talking crap about me on that live.
And that's what the comments are of her customers talking about me. Recovering Paparazzi Consultants group, everybody there can see them there.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So I'm gonna finish showing you because
the video
we're not done yet.
I just want to make sure that we got that she was already calling you names, had
Mm-hmm.
threatened you, and called you a cheater, called you a nasty name, and said that you had been reported to compliance.
Yep.
You little piece of doo-doo.
Yep.
And just lay on the couch all freaking day, okay? With my hubby. My hubby didn't even go to work. We stood on that couch all day, and it was amazing. Oh, yeah, I was fine, too. Listen, so I was fine on my competition, okay? I was. She wants 15 girls, but I got her worried. I had her worried. So I was spying on her, you know. I need to spy on my competition, you know. That's what I was doing. Giselle called me out on it. But yeah, that's what I was doing. Fine, these are free pieces, so we show that love. Miren. Miren lo que tengo. I probably shouldn't even open it because I have one myself. And just lay on.
So yeah. Let me turn my camera back around now.
I was having trouble with that one. Was that just her saying she spied on her competition and that
Yeah,
you were
she was
worried
spying
about
on me
her?
at 3 a.m.
So I'll admit it. I spied on my competition. That's what I was doing. That's what I was doing.
So I received that, like I said, from my three of my customers. One of being, she was my biggest supporter for the Z necklace. She was actually helping me recruit people to buy kits for the Z necklace, because she wanted it for me so bad. So she when the leaderboard would come out, I'd post it on my business page, so they all knew where I was at. Hey, I'm in the #1 slot, guys. We're doing this. Like, we got this. We're going to pull this off. So they knew who else was in the slots underneath me. So some of them were going and checking them out. That's how they found her live. They were stalking her. So they sent it to me. Candy, watch this. So I watch it. I record it. This is what I see in compliance. Mm-mm. Yes, I'm writing your report, this person. I will be sending videos also to show and support what I'm saying. The person in these videos is talking about me. She shows my face, says my name, and calls me names. For the past 2 years, I have given everything I have to Paparazzi. I absolutely love this company and the ways it has changed my life. I've attended 3 EMPs and 1 convention so far, and all I've heard is how this is a sisterhood and family, and that Paparazzi wants everyone to be successful. With that being said, I don't feel like that is what's happening in these videos. I was totally taken by surprise and hurt that someone would do this. Yes, I'm in the running for the Z Collection necklace this month. But if this is what it takes to win it, then I'm not sure I want to continue to try and win it, or not win it, nor continue with this company. I feel as though I've been attacked along with my business after she showed it on her live. I hope and pray the right thing is done in this situation. Thank you, Candy Morton, consultant ID 177844. That's what I emailed and sent the attachments of her live to them. Okay.
Okay, and just out of curiosity, did you get a response?
Oh yes.
Oh, you did. Okay.
Oh
okay.
Yes. At approximately what time in the videos does the consultant make inappropriate comments about you? The comments start at 9 minutes into the live and last about 12 minutes as she shows jewelry. She shows my face and tells my name, as well as calls me a name during this time frame. They respond back, thank you. We will look into the situation and address anything that may be in violation of Paparazzi policy and procedures. Please note that any action that may be taken against a consultant will not be shared with any other party. Okay? So I'm going to show you these leaderboards right quick. So
but
everybody
too lazy to watch the whole video. You had to go ahead and hold their little goo baby hands and tell them where you thought you had been.
Yep. So I'm going to show you.
This pisses me off.
Right here, Rock the Runway. Down here's the leaderboard. I blew it up for you. May 5th, first leaderboard that comes out. My name at the top. I'll slide it so y'all can see the date right there. Leaderboard.
May 5th. I see it.
There's points. I got 649.1. The next person underneath me has 426.
Killing it.
Next leaderboard comes out. May 12th. Once again, I'm at the top. She's underneath me.
Here comes Shady Fernandez.
I've got 718.6. She's got 625. The next leaderboard that comes out is on May 19th. Now, the May 19th leaderboard, they send the first one out. It was around about 5:30 in the afternoon. My name's on the first one that comes out. I'm going to show it to you. They turn around and send out another one around 7 o'clock that night. My name's not on the second one. And then,
so sometime between the thing coming out and that night.
And then I'm going to read you because I all of a sudden get an email from compliance in regards to all of that. So here's the first one that come out. Heather was on top, Haiti, me. Okay. The second one that come out. My name's no longer on the board. At all. So I get this email from compliance. It has come to our attention that you are offering to exchange accessories with new consultants who enroll under you and receive accessories they do not like. See video, the one that she recorded. This is an incentive for enrollment in violation of policy and procedure, section 5.12. Your account is suspended until any related posts or videos are removed and you notify us. Section 5.12, recruiting and enrollment promotions. I read that to you, but here it is again. At no point may a consultant advertise or promote in enrolling or in recruiting promotion in which the price or value of the enrollment process is discounted. I didn't. I was offering to trade out pieces evenly. This includes, but not limited to, offering discount starter kits, wasn't, reimbursements, wasn't, cash offers for enrollment, wasn't, extra personal inventory, wasn't, or anything else that is seen to increase or decrease the value of the enrollment process. I wasn't. I was doing even trade. I wasn't offering any more or decreasing by taking less. This activity is often seen as an attempt to create an unfair advantage over other consultants. No, what I was offering to do was freaking smart. It's called using your brain, thinking outside the box.
You're not allowed to be smart. We've already talked about this.
Further, according to the terms of Rock the Runway contest, a violation of policies while in pursuit of winning the contest will result in disqualification. As a result, you have been disqualified from Rock the Runway contest for offering an enrollment incentive.
Disqualified.
Now, it states again, according to the terms of Rock the Runway contest, a violation of policies while in pursuit of the winning of the contest will result in disqualification. How many policies did she break?
Am I wrong?
How many policies did y'all just hear her break and all that?
I'm saying that she got a necklace, right?
Oh, yeah. She went on to win the month of May. Yeah. Went on to win. This past year's the Haiti was her.
See, this is
well,
where
I hate her. So I guess I'm a hater, Haiti.
This is
and
what
if you're curious, right there. Wait a minute. She's the one dead in the center right there on the bottom. Whoop, right there.
So this person who violated a policy about altering the jewelry on that video, who called you names, who like literally blasted you in front of everybody, did not follow any policies and procedures, broke every single one of them, went on to become a Z recipient.
Yes.
That blows my mind. Now, if they truly felt you did something wrong, fine. Both of you should have been disqualified. She should have been fucking canceled. Because there's a lot of people on this show right now who have been canceled for way less than what she did.
But
Yep. So
Candy asked permission ahead of time to see if something she was going to offer was okay.
Yep. Was told there was
nothing
against. It's frowned upon, but there is nothing against policy and procedure upon trading pieces. Nothing. Ask a month in advance. So
Yeah. Sorry, guys. I keep looking away from the screen because
This was my response.
Watch the comments. We have a whole lot of troll action today.
Good.
We do.
Good. So, well, it's actually funny because apparently she's on here watching this because she's messaging one of my former Papa sisters right now. So yeah, she must be on here watching.
Yeah. Well, let me say a few words about people who are too pathetic to win by playing by the rules. There's a difference between coming up with a unique marketing idea and being a shady piece of shit. Now, whereas she called you a piece of poo, I'm going to call her a piece of shit. A whole entire piece of shit. So the funniest thing about winning this Rock the Runway contest in the years since we did it is they used to put your picture up on the website and give you marketing, and it was some marketing advantage to have that done. Now you get your first name and the last initial, or the first initial of your last name put up, but no picture, because none of you can become more famous than Misty Kirby herself, the world's giantest egomaniac. So you can't.
Yeah, but you know why
grow your business, but you do get a big target on your back where people constantly will then hunt you down and try to find a way to get you canceled from Paparazzi Accessories. So I'm telling you, I think you kind of dodged a bullet. The girls that came after us, I think we were the last year that actually got our photos on the website where anybody could look at us and then maybe go find us and see that, we're selling. I don't know what the marketing advantage is anymore, because you get a necklace in a box and a necklace that you get to wear with their t-shirt on stage, and you get a whole lot of harassment. So I'm going to tell you, you really did win.
You did.
I'm not sure what the hell a Haiti is, but I'm a hater.
Well, so in response to their email, this was my response to them. I emailed compliance prior to offering this to make sure it was okay, and their response to me was that it was frowned upon to trade items, but nothing against it as long as it was an even trade. I have the email response from compliance if you would like me to attach it. I wouldn't have offered this if they would have let me know it was against compliance. In my 2 years, I've never broken compliance because I'm very careful and always check prior to doing or offering anything. I have worked very hard to achieve this honor and would hate to be disqualified for something I wasn't told was wrong when I asked. Please let me know what needs to be done to reinstate my account and continue with this contest that I have worked very hard for. I sent them back their email that I sent them, and they had sent me the response. This was their response to that. Oh. The issue was not that accessories were potentially going to be exchanged, though, as we stated previously, we do not recommend consultant to consultant sales or exchanges. The issue was that you were offering to exchange accessories as an incentive for your viewers to enroll. By offering this to your viewers, you were creating an unfair advantage for yourself over other consultants. Your viewers were being incentivized to enroll in that they would essentially guarantee to acquire accessories that would be appealing to them, while others who would enroll under other consultants would potentially receive accessories they were not interested in wearing and would have no option to exchange them for other accessories. They sent me section 5.12 back, the recruiting and enrollment. This was the whole section 5.12 is what they kept sending me, which talks about at no point may a consultant advertise, promote an enrolling or recruiting promotion in which the price or value of the enrollment process is discounted. This includes, but not limited to, offering discounted starter kits, reimbursements, cash offers for enrollment, extra personal inventory, or anything else that is seen to increase or decrease the value of the enrollment process.
Interesting.
What I done was not that. It was an even trade.
And really, it doesn't even matter, because they had already decided, like they do every year, who was going to win.
Yeah, and right here.
The funny thing is, what did they do finally the next year? They just let the elite consultants pick who they wanted to win, and then they just all decided amongst themselves.
Well, correct, because the very first sentence was the issue was not that accessories were potentially going to be exchanged. So your issue isn't the fact I was going to trade pieces. They're saying I changed the value of the kit, but I didn't offer any extra or any less. I didn't offer to buy no
But
kits.
they actually admitted that some of the shit's ugly, and some people are going to be stuck with ugly shit. And it wasn't fair that you were going to make sure that people had stuff they liked. Shocking. Yep. I mean, let's just call a spade a spade.
Yep.
The stuff that comes in the Paparazzi accessory starter kit is the same shit year after year after year, right? Very little of it changes. At least it didn't while I was enrolling people who would then unbox their kit and show me. I mean, Betty Rubble's got a big speckled stone necklace and these quote unquote blockbusters that you can't unload by giving them away.
So this was my response
to
that.
You incentivize people by saying, hey, if you, like we all know, think this shit is ugly, I'm going to get you some stuff you think's cute. Nobody else is allowed to have those cute pieces. Do you feel like the tiny hands should come back with it? Oh, you gave people stuff they like. We make them suck it up and take the stuff they don't like. You are so mean, Candy, so mean.
That's what's killing me is them sitting and saying, well, as long as you follow the rules. I didn't break a rule. I never changed the value of the kit. I offered to trade out pieces, which is not against policy or procedure anywhere. And all freaking 30-some flipping pages you have to print out of it.
I think this is just my personal opinion. I think that the starter kits are made up of shit that they accidentally ordered too much of, and they just force on you before you know you're allowed to choose anything. That's my personal opinion.
So this is what I responded back to them. After reading the Section 5.12 policy procedure, I wasn't offering anything to increase or decrease the value of the kit. I did offer to trade evenly out unwanted pieces, which I didn't know was against compliance. I've taken down all posted videos offering to trade unwanted pieces. I don't think it's fair to disqualify me from the contest when I didn't do anything against compliance that I was aware of, because I was able to trade out pieces which you had told me was not against compliance, just frowned upon. So this was theirs. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Your account has been reinstated. However, as offering an enrollment incentive is a violation of policy and procedure, you will remain disqualified from Rock the Runway contest.
So apparently you were not going to win that year.
Oh, no.
Mm-hmm.
It was hell-bent that was not happening at all. This was also an email that they had sent me. Exchanging accessories in itself is not a violation of policy. The issue was that you were offering the option to exchange accessories as an enrollment incentive, which, as explained in an earlier email, gave you an unfair advantage. We will not consider your disqualification. We will not reconsider your disqualification from Rock the Runway.
Did they say, and also we have decided you are a piece of poo?
I responded back and I said, okay, I accept your decision, but just so you are aware, I don't think this is fair at all. I worked very hard to win this contest, and I probably would have pulled it off. But as always, like any other consultant in this company, we have to accept what you say or we lose our position in this company. So for now, I will accept it, but my time with you will be very short from here on out. Thank you so much, Candy Morgan. So then the final leaderboard comes out where she wins it.
That's what really sets me off. Okay, because we all know that paparazzi flip-flops on whatever rule they want to flip-flop on whatever given day, on whatever stick Misty shoved up compliance's ass and whatever she's after at the time. But after this person, and Haiti, you are watching, you might not know who I am. And I didn't know who you were until I saw all the videos, but you are a piece of shit.
I think you mean a piece of doo-doo.
Sorry, you're a piece of doo-doo, although you wanted to say shit, but you controlled yourself by saying doo-doo or poo-poo or whatever it was you said. She literally flat out broke compliance, and they still gave her the necklace. And this is the company that, for the trolls who are trolling, that you work for. And I can guarantee most of the people who are staying in paparazzi are shady ass motherfucking people who have no morals or scruples to them whatsoever. Yep. Zero.
Yep. I mean, at the end of the day, everybody that's still in this company, I'll give a lead. You can say what you want. That yes, I did break it by. You can look at it as an enrollment incentive, whatever. But one thing you cannot dispute after what you just saw is compliance is not fair. So you now, from this day forward, can shut your all's damn mouths about compliance being fair across the board.
Right.
Because she broke multiple, and that I didn't even show you all of them. I showed you 3-4 clips. Oh, there's more.
And I've seen the whole thing, and she is nasty. Nasty.
So you can no longer say, oh, guys, it's okay. Follow the rules. You'll be fine. Compliance is fair across the board. If you break it, oh, well, you shouldn't have broke it.
No. We had somebody in the Recovering Paparazzi Consultants group, Jen Dyer, go live earlier today. And she was canceled for something that she didn't know was wrong. Like most of us do. You know, you get canceled by something you don't think is, you're like, oh, okay.
And most of the time it's because your upline said it was okay to do it.
But what she said, somebody who's been in the company since almost the beginning was a friend. Was not her direct upline, but somebody told her, if you want to get back in, you have to kiss ass. You have to apologize and grovel. The exact words were grovel. Oh, great and powerful Kirby, please allow me to return to the wonderful land of paparazzi. Please do not send me away from your pink and beautiful land. Suck a bag, bitch. I don't suck up to anybody. If you think I'm a beg and plead to sell your 78-cent, I found it on Nihal jewelry for 14cents.com, eat a bag. Although I'm pretty sure you haven't seen one lately. I mean, maybe we should send you a picture so you can see what one looks like. Because I heard somebody showing theirs to everybody but you. But anyway.
Oh, would that be her husband?
I don't know, is it? It is unnecessary to apologize for something you didn't do in the real world.
Yep.
So you ask permission. We're not given an answer. And then we're punished for following the lack of guidance that you had requested initially. Let's be clear. Yep. They didn't say what you were offering to do was wrong.
Nope.
They said they frowned upon it. Well, I frown upon people speaking in riddles as well when asked a direct question. When I say, what time is it? And you say, purpley blue 17, that is a non-answer.
I couldn't get any clear with my question when I emailed compliance in April. I was very clear in April when I emailed them what I was doing and what I was going to be offering. I couldn't have got any clearer than that. Any clearer. But that last leaderboard came out.
If it wasn't ugly, why would you be worried about people trading it out? Because we were always told every piece sells. It's based on people's taste.
Yep. And there's a lot of people on here.
Because it is ugly. You're punishing people for saying they don't like it or they'd like to trade it for something else. If everything's $5, its value should be equal and taste is personal. So why can't you trade it? Because you're a big fat bag of dicks. That's why.
Yep. Well, because there's a lot of people on here know me. A lot of my everyday customers are on here, and they'll tell you, I ain't kissing nobody's ass. My own family's on here, and they'll tell you that. I'm 37 years old. I ain't never done it, and I ain't going to start with a bullshit company. That in our reality is nothing but another employer. Plain and simple. They are a wholesale distributor that is an employer. That is exactly what they are. Plain and simple.
Wholesale distributor that has you sign an independent consultant agreement, who then proceeds after you sign it to hand you a book of rules that treats you like an employee. So let me tell you about the discussions I've had with the Secretary of State of the state of Kentucky. And Katie, are you in Tennessee? I think you're in Tennessee, right?
I'm in Tennessee.
And Jerry, you're in California. So this will be an interesting conversation to have with y'all state attorney generals as well. When a company exudes an excessive amount of control over someone, they lose the right to call that person an independent contractor. If they provide any sort of compensation whatsoever, that person is then considered under the law to be an employee. And if we are employees, because of the excessive amount of control exerted, no matter what they attempt to call us on paper, their actions are what are judged. They're supposed to withhold taxes on us, pay Social Security and Medicare in on our behalf. They're supposed to provide health insurance in many cases. There are a lot of rules and regulations surrounding being an employer and exerting excessive control. So I ask you, is telling somebody what they're allowed to wear, what they're allowed to say, how they're allowed to act, what they're allowed to have in their background, who they're allowed to speak with or run a business with, and what they're allowed to sell alongside with a product, not exuding pretty excessive control for a motherfucking independent contractor?
Mm-hmm.
Anybody? Anyone? This company is ridiculous. If you still work there, you are a slave to them. And if you're okay with having a very small pocket in which you can operate a tiny little business because they're keeping you from doing anything else, I guess more power to you. But they're also disgusting humans who didn't recognize any of the consultants that they made money off of, but then died after their super spreader convention. Didn't even say a word, but they showed up at Erica Cole's sister's funeral. They sent flowers to the Z model who was in the hospital and acknowledged that people were ill or had family members that died. So they have a protocol in place when they give a shit about you.
When they're
But you
making
know
the money.
she's untouchable. You know that.
When they're making
I
the
don't
money.
want to touch her. She looks
I mean, she's
shady.
untouchable. She was there. Jerry didn't know about this when me and Jerry talked before, and I filled her in on something that was posted back in the fall around election time on Miss E. Coyle's page, and it was deleted, but enough of us saw it because I'm gonna tell you right now, and yeah, I'm saying it. I hope she'll see it. I really don't care. I turned into compliance for it because it was uncalled for. It's when she was in New York. She had went to New York City.
I saw this.
And there was a elderly gentleman, a white elderly gentleman, who was getting on the subway, same subway as her. And this gentleman refused to put a mask on. Okay? Kept telling the attendant he couldn't. Medical, he couldn't. He wouldn't put one on. Couldn't. How do I know about this? Because she took a picture of this man and she posted it on her personal page, along with the whole story blasting this elderly man. That is somebody's, or could be somebody's father, brother, son, whatever. But she posted on her page.
She frequently wears a mask. Frequently.
But didn't she even say how disgusting people are who don't wear masks?
Oh, yeah.
Who don't follow CDC guidelines.
But when she posted that, I'm gonna be honest, and I don't care. I used to watch her. I used to try to learn. I mean, I watched Jerry, learn from Jerry. My dog's going ballistic in here. When she did that, I lost any and all respect. And my teammates that are on here, they will tell you that day I blocked her, and I've never watched her since. I lost all respect for her that day. You publicly took a picture of a stranger because he didn't want to put on a mask. Okay, he didn't want to put on a mask. But you posted on a public platform and belittled this man. And paparazzi did nothing. You know how I know they didn't? Because I turned her in, and I know of 5 others that turned her in. And I watched for weeks to see if she got suspended, even for one day.
But they're anti-maskers, clearly, because they walked around a city with a mask mandate and didn't wear one either. And if you believe or don't believe in masks, it really doesn't matter unless you are physically incapable or medically excused from wearing one. If a city has a law in place, you're expected to follow it.
According to them, they all had masks on because they had their face shields.
But
that's what all was wearing.
But a face shield's not a mask.
They all wore their face shields, so that was the mask to them.
Fast forward, she not only does that, but she supports the founders who didn't wear a mask at all in any of the pictures whatsoever. So now all of a sudden, her story changes. Plus, on her page, I have a clip of her saying how foul and disgusting and horrible people are when there's a sign posted that says mask mandates, and they don't care about anybody else and they don't wear a mask. That was also on her page. So people who don't
different.
People who don't see the hypocrisy. It cracks me up. but she's literally untouchable. She can
I mean,
talk
I'm not
about.
going to be. See, let me first say this: I'm not going to sit here and be a hypocrite because some of you work at convention stuff. I'm not a mask wearer. I'm not. I'm not vaccinated. I don't wear a mask. I've not since this thing started. I'm one of these that believe in natural immunity. Let your system do its job. That's how I am. I'm not somebody, I don't take the flu shot. I'm not into all that. I'm one of these, let your body do its thing. So I'm not going to sit here while we're talking about masks and let some of these, because some of these saw me at convention, I'm not going to sit here and look like a hypocrite when I'm sitting and talking about them having the face shut up. Because no, I didn't wear a mask that much. If I could get away with it, I tried. I stayed outside a lot of the time.
But did you post on your page
doors.
mocking other people?
But I was also smart. I didn't attend a single general session. Why? Because I knew that large crowds. I didn't go when the File Boutique opened and when the Z Boutique opened. I went the next day when I knew nobody would be in there. Matter of fact, I didn't even get to see the file line because by the time I went, they had already taken it out of the room.
You know why? Because the last time they had it all out, people stole half of it.
Are you kidding me?
Do you remember the year they had it in that big room with all the tables and it was just sitting there and we walked around, took photos, and it was the year they took all the crap out of the vault?
People stole it? Oh, I love
they
love
picked the pieces
Paparazzi
up and walked
consultant.
out with them.
The only time that I went to anything convention this year was I went to the concert Monday night, which is Dan and Shay, and then I went to One Republic Wednesday night. I went to the Black and White Gala. That is the only time I stepped foot inside convention.
Here's the problem, though, okay? And I am a vaxxer and I'm a masker, just saying. Mm-hmm. And I love you the same.
My fiance is. I mean, he's fully vaccinated and all that.
Yeah. And here's the problem, though. When you're posting how it makes you physically ill and disgusted that people don't wear their masks and follow CDC guidelines, yet she's quite okay with this company who is anti-vaxxers, anti-maskers, who did not follow any CDC guidelines during convention, and then complies with telling her team to take down all of the convention videos showing they did not follow CDC guidelines because people are dying. Hypocrisy at its best. But
that's the part that I have a problem with.
That's the part I have a problem with.
I don't judge other people for their choices.
Correct.
I mean, I can but
pick one.
Be you. Pick one. Be you.
I mean, I can tell you right now, at the concerts, I can tell you right now, Raimi sit behind me. She didn't have no mask on. Danielle Baker was at the end of the aisle with me, with her husband, dancing. They didn't have masks on. I mean, I could keep throwing them. They didn't have them. Plain and simple. Not even the face shields, nothing. So,
but you
quit sitting and defending this company, guys.
Right. And that's the other thing. Almost every single consultant, according to their standards, that didn't wear a face shield or a mask during the convention should have been canceled because they didn't follow rules during a paparazzi sponsored event. Because they asked questions ahead of time, like you did, and the answers were in the frequently asked questions that said, we're absolutely going to follow all CDC guidelines. All consultants who attend are expected to follow CDC guidelines.
Yep.
Can you actually cancel Trent, Misty, Shawnee, Ryan from their own company? Because they weren't wearing a mask. I did see one picture of Misty wearing a mask. She had some overalls on, and she had a mask on. And
I had my picture taken with her on Sunday because I had just went and had done the Blockbuster model shoot thing. And I came out of the room and her and Trent was standing there and I got my picture with them. No mask in hand, no mask on their face. No.
And that's the other thing. How do you have a Life of the Party photo shoot with makeup artists right in somebody's face?
I know my makeup artist she asked me. She's like, do you prefer, she goes, well, volley you if I don't have a mask on. I said, no. She point blank asked me.
That's good.
But that really wasn't the right question to ask you because you weren't doing it outside, were you?
No, we were inside the facility.
But it shouldn't have been asked. That's not following. I'm just saying, that's not CDC guidelines, and that's an employee or a contractor.
They're contracted for paparazzi. I asked her. I said, do y'all work for paparazzi? She said, no, we're makeup artists right here. She said, they contract us.
Yeah, I think they do the same group every year, because 2 years in a row I had the same girl and
Yeah.
chatted with her. She was very sweet.
Yeah.
They were always very sweet, the makeup ladies. But I'm just saying, the whole thing was set up so that social distancing and CDC guidelines could not be followed. People
Oh yeah,
got
once
sick.
you got into the arena, there's no way. There was no way once everybody got in the arena. I mean, Monday night's concert, you didn't have as many people there. I didn't go to the Thursday or Friday night, the Pitbull. I'm not a big Pitbull person. From what I was told, though, that was the biggest. Like, other than the Black and White Gala, that was the biggest packed.
You don't like Pitbull. Our friendship's done. No,
Girl,
I'm just
I'm East Tennessee. I am country. Listen to me talk.
Girl, I hardly even know any Pitbull songs, so I don't know. I'm just being a smart ass.
See, Monday night, Dan and Shay, I was all on that. I was on the 7th row.
Concert in like 2016 at the rodeo in San Antonio. And that was one of the best concerts I've ever seen in my life. That man can put on a show. He is a show person. That probably was a great concert. What I wanted
You missed
to say
out,
was,
Candy.
we actually have been saying this whole time that there were 22,000 tickets sold to this event. We were corrected by somebody who told us that the real number was 12,000, not 22,000. Okay. So I want to make that clear. We were wrong about the number of tickets sold. We had someone contact us and tell us it was actually 12 and that we've been saying the number wrong the whole time. That being said, the MGM Grand Arena at the hotel states that its maximum capacity is 17,000 people. So social distancing 6 feet apart from people not in your party was still not possible in the event that everyone came to the arena. So yes, we were wrong about the number of tickets sold. But we were not wrong about the fact that that arena was packed tightly with humans who could not keep away from each other.
We're also,
but I wanted to make sure that I cleared that up, because our goal here is not misinformation. Our goal here is actual information. We want to share information that you are mostly controlled and not allowed to know.
But for a fact, MGM Grand offered the rapid COVID testing to the consultants who were coming to the event, and Paparazzi declined those actions. So MGM did in fact offer extra steps to make sure that everything was done according to CDC guidelines, and they refused. That's a fact.
Listen, other than the fact of when you went into the arena itself, the security people standing there saying, pull your mask up, there was no CDC guidelines followed. I don't care. Every elite can come for me right now. I don't care. Quit lying to everybody and be honest with yourselves and everybody else. Other than the fact, when you went through those initial doors from right there where the food court is at the MGM, and we all have been to convention, know exactly where I'm talking about.
I do, yeah.
Where the food court is, and you make the turn and go through the arena doors there were security saying put your mask on. After that, there was no more CDC guidelines followed. Because for the concerts, they put you in like herded cattle in rows in a room, going up and down, up and down, up and down, just like they always have.
And I heard that it was
social distance. Are you kidding me?
I heard it was worse this year because there were so many people. They were packing them in so tightly that somebody passed out.
Yes, I was there. Literally, she was probably maybe that happened on Wednesday night with the One Republic in line for it. She was probably 5 people from me when she passed out. And we literally, you could not move. Literally, like the group I was with, we had our arms locked so that we didn't lose each other because we were that far in there.
Look, I don't even want to be that close to people when COVID ain't happening. I'd have freaked out. I would.
We need those T-shirts that say, "When this is all over, I still want most of y'all to keep the hell away from me."
Like I wanted to. That you said that you would freak out. I'm not going to say her name because she's still a consultant. She was one on my team. This was her first convention to go in. First year going. And Monday night when we went down to the Dan and Shay concert, because of the way it was, herding everybody in, everybody piled in, all this, she literally, we got down on the floor, we were like the 7th row from the front. She wasn't even there 15 minutes. She's like, I got to go to the bathroom, Kenny. I said, okay, no big deal. Next thing I know, I'm getting a text message from her. We stayed at Excalibur. She was going back to the hotel. She was literally having a panic attack because of that many people. She knew that it would be a lot, but she didn't know what to expect and literally freaked out.
God,
she never went to nothing else.
That's horrible for her. How horrible.
She went to the Black and White Gala, and I think she went to like half of one in general session. Other than that, she didn't go to anything else. Nothing else. And she even told me, I will never go back to convention ever. If I stay at this company, I will not ever attend another convention.
Yeah, I think it left a nasty taste in a lot of people's mouths. Yeah.
Well,
You know what? There was something else I think we were going to talk about that. Well, maybe I didn't say it to you, but I wanted to bring up the fact that you got suspended, reinstated, but then disqualified from the Z contest for what they consider to be incentivizing somebody to buy a kit. How many of your training sessions that you had as a consultant, whether you were watching your own upline or other uplines, talked about how to incentivize people to join Paparazzi? 0. So you didn't receive any training about how you could or could not talk about the opportunity, right? Did you receive any guidance at all about, let's just say, thanking people who shopped with you, like, or contests to incentivize people to shop with you online? Anything like that? Did you receive any kind of training about here's what we can and cannot do when we go live to incentivize people to shop with us? Did you get any training about that?
I did from my second command, Tanya. She was very good about training as far as, like when they, when I joined, you could do the mystery bags, and then they cut that out. Like, she was good. Anytime they trained, she would do a training about that. Hey guys, you used to be able to do that. You can't now. Or she'd be like, hey, this is a very gray area. This is how it needs to be worded to be within compliance. Because I'm going to tell you now, if you could act as consultants right now, compliance is all about wording. There ain't a single thing in this right here that is black and white. I've had multiple attorneys look at this. There is nothing black and white. This is as gray as gray can be. It depends on their mood that day, whether they're feeling happy and glad or if they're pissed the hell off, whether you're going to have a job or not have a job.
Right. It says we may, we might, we could, you could be, this might happen, this may happen. Correct. And I pointed that out to them once when they sent me something that says this says this or this says that. I says, no, it says you may or you may not. It is not clear. But it is really, it's all about whether or not Misty got her Diet Coke that day. So
it is. I mean, it literally, because I know 2 on my team. They were both turned in for the exact same thing.
Wait, Summer's the one that loves Diet Coke. You might get defamation of character on that, Tracy. So
my bad.
Yeah,
but I had 2 girls on my team got turned in for the exact same thing.
Summer.
And one was suspended and terminated. One, nothing was done to, and it was the exact same thing they did.
See?
Exact same thing. They were actually turned in within 2 days of each other.
Kind of like Patricia Shevlin literally stating that she thinks that compliance is fair all the way across the board. And if you break compliance, you should get punished for it because you should know compliance. We all should know compliance.
But not if you turn yourself in.
Oh,
and
that's right.
Also, if you what? Beg.
And when I tell you the same thing, like what it was is one girl made a post, the other girl copied and pasted the same post.
So who got suspended? The original author or the
reposter? The girl that initially posted it, nothing was done to her. The girl that copied it got terminated.
Not even her original post. And exactly the same post. And the original poster, the guiltiest one of all, who put the false information out there, or the incorrect information, or the non-compliant information, whatever they're going to call it.
Yep. So then I had to try to explain to the girl that got terminated why she got terminated, and the other girl that was her original post didn't. Try to explain that one. That compliance, they're fair. That you can't defend that.
And as a leader, you have to still rah paparazzi and say how amazing they are and have to come up with some bullshit to make your team feel comfortable.
Yep.
But they won't say a damn word and be accountable for their actions.
Nope, not at all. And what's even better is...
there's so much you can say about it. So much that you can say. But the point is, everyone listening...
Wait,
you
don't have a fair
chance in this company. There's no fair chance, period.
Sean McNeil says Haiti is live and rebuking everybody. Can you please put her live on here so we can go ahead?
I don't know. She's in here?
No, she's live. She's live actually on her page talking about this right now. I would love to play the live video so we can hear.
It's Heidi's Fashion Boutique. Is her business page, Heidi's Fashion Boutique.
Hades.
Haydee.
I don't understand how you diffute. Like literally, that was her. That wasn't her evil twin. That was her breaking compliance. How is that okay?
Yep.
I'm wow.
Oh, it says live video interrupted.
See, she's having a problem too.
Damn
it. That would have been classic.
How's she going to refute it? It was her.
Facebook's messing up my tea time, man.
It's point blank her.
You know, it's really not. It's not even necessary.
No, because she can't dispute that.
Hear it again.
She can't sit and say that it was all lies, that I made it. No. Baby girl, sweetheart, touch your face on that screen.
This is a great point. Arlen Sword says, what about the uplines that offer incentives for ordering up and helping them rank up?
Oh my gosh, Arlen, I'm so glad you said that. That's the point I was trying to get to, and I got squirreled off because I got mad. I was actually trying to get to that point when I was asking questions. Thank you so much, Arlen. I was trying to get to the point where they say that once you're already a consultant, okay, when you are a consultant and you're discussing either joining the company or shopping with you, you are not allowed to incentivize a customer in any way or a potential recruit in any way. This is what they were making clear to you. There's no incentivizing in any way, shape, or form. There's no, I had an upline do a video training group and told us she puts a piece of candy in her packages to say, you're so sweet for ordering for me. Thank you. And then we got told you can't do that. You're not even allowed to put a piece of candy in, right? Correct. Not even a thank you, you're so sweet, nothing.
Correct.
Once you become a consultant, in order for your upline to incentivize you to make them money and spend money buying jewelry, they're giving away trips. Mandy Heinz offered a cruise, which I heard she didn't actually pay out, that she gave the person an iPad instead. But she offered a cruise vacation, bling room makeovers, back office credits, which is not really an incentive, is it? Because a back office credit is just bonus buying, because they give it to someone in their downline who then has to spend the money on paparazzi. You can't cash it out.
I'll be honest.
And spend the money on jewelry.
When I had incentives, it was always back office credit. That's being business. When you're drinking the Kool-Aid, that's being business.
I'm not saying you're dumb. I'm saying that it's really just bonus buying, because you're guaranteeing they're going to spend $500 on jewelry that goes into your pocket, right?
Correct.
They're giving away purses. They're giving away computers. They're giving away printers. They're giving.
Oh yeah, I've got a purse. Because of how many people I recruited in the month of May for that Z competition, my top of the top up line sent me a purse. Now, if you've got a teammate that's put in this kind of work and you wouldn't run in no contest, you're just doing this to say, you know what, you really killed this. Like, I hate you, blah, blah, blah. One, would you not give them or send them something that's going to help their business? Or B, at least send them something that is them. I always tried to get my girls something that either A, benefit their business, or that was them, something they would like. No, anybody that knows me knows I'm not a materialistic person. I don't give a crap about name brands. I shop at Walmart. I love yard sales, Goodwill, Ross, Habitat. All that is my best friend when it comes to shopping. So to send me a Coach purse, that thing is in the bottom of a drawer in here with everything else piled on top of it.
Girl, you can sell that on Mercari. You can get some cash. I'm just saying.
But I was like, why would you not give something that's going to benefit their business?
Well, I guess the thought that I have here is that once they're in business with you, you're bribing them to stay.
That's my thing. And this was something I had an issue with my team. My team got mad because I quit giving incentives. Well, my team got mad because I quit giving incentives. And I said, wait a minute. I'm not your boss. Why do I need to pay you anything? My job is to give you the basic tools, and that ain't even my job, because nowhere does it say we have to hold your hand, train you, do all this other bull crap that we have to
It doesn't
supposedly
actually
do
say that
according to
anywhere.
everybody.
No one is entitled to anything from anyone in their upline at all. According to policies and procedures, you're an independent contractor.
Exactly. So at one point I quit. I quit giving my team incentives altogether. I said, no, my job is to get you in the door. This is my pay for giving you a way into the door. No, I ain't doing it. And I didn't.
It's not that I think that incentives can't be fun and reinvigorate people who may be a little
But
bit
it makes people go in debt.
wary, but that's it, right? Because if you can't afford to participate in a contest, and it costs money to participate in the contest, because let's be real. So your upline had a training that said you had to pay 1,000 you had to have 1,000 PV to participate in, correct? So she didn't train the whole team. She only trained the people who spent money, because you're not allowed as an elite consultant. You have to have permission from Paparazzi to have any sort of a training where you charge, and you're not supposed to charge. You're supposed to get permission ahead of time. So to get around charging, she said you have to have 1,000 PV, personal volume. You have to buy 500 pieces of jewelry to be able to participate in the training. Isn't that basically the same thing as charging?
What's
for
funny
training?
though is the training was on how to sell jewelry. If you're purchasing 500 pieces from Paparazzi, by God, you already know how to sell the damn jewelry. Let's be real about that. If you're purchasing 500 pieces a month, you already know how to sell the jewelry. You don't need a training on how to sell the jewelry.
Unless
that
you're buying
training needs to
500
be to
pieces
those
a month.
who can't even do 100 pieces a month.
But unless you're buying 500 pieces of jewelry a month because you're hoping
Yeah,
to
you
get
didn't
the
have access to
training,
a training.
because you're hoping to get the training to teach you how to sell the jewelry, because you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah. Just like she offered another one that I didn't even qualify. I couldn't even do the contest, because in order to qualify for the contest, you had to outrank your LOP from last year, from the previous year. Well, I was LOP Diamond last year. That means I'd had to hit Black Diamond. Are you kidding me? In case y'all don't know, that's 20,000 more pieces of jewelry to go from Diamond to Black Diamond. So I said, so wait a minute. In order for me to even qualify, I've got to hit Black Diamond. She goes, yeah, you got to go up high, the next rank. So from day one of the contest, I didn't qualify for it.
I mean, just out of curiosity, did she hit Black Diamond?
Yeah, she did.
So she's your upline.
It's Rochelle Beachy, so it is.
But I'm saying, what was her rank? Like, what's her check?
Rochelle, she's a jet setter.
So what's that check look like, Jerry, as a jet setter? Is that like 20,000 a month? What's a jet setter?
No,
check?
More than that. I wasn't jet setter. I was what the hell was I? A-lister. I was almost Maven A-lister. And when I got the month before I got canceled, my commission was 27,000. The month I got canceled, I still had like a week and a half to go, and I was over 30,000 in commissions.
So was that like 45 to 50,000 a month in commission?
I was on the high end, like the stupid.
Because your legs get maxed out.
Yeah. Your stupid commission levels that they have, like the
the income disclosure statement for average.
I was always on the highest level of that and or superseding it. So jet setter is like $40,000 and or
so she's making $40,000 a month, and she's buying jewelry.
Correct.
But
yeah, because she was Pink Diamond.
So somebody who.
Yeah, I think Pink Diamond is what she hit this past year.
Isn't getting the giant commission check she's getting, where she can buy all of her jewelry. Because here's the interesting thing. My upline was Mandy Heinch. She would get on and quote unquote sell jewelry, and everyone on her live show was a consultant buying from her in multiples. So she had an entire audience full of, and probably not everybody. I mean, some people might have been on there just buying a piece or two. But they're selling it at full price to their own downline. So they're sabotaging their downline's businesses by causing them to have zero profit on items that are purchased. But they don't discourage it, because how else are they going to unload all the jewelry that they buy when they don't sell to end users? So all they're doing is teaching you to create a giant circle
What is going
of
on?
inventory.
Do we have like Hurricane Katrina someplace going on out there?
I don't hear anything.
Really?
I don't hear anything now.
Oh, it might have been my dogs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
See, my dog snuck downstairs too. I had Alexander come get him with treats that he'd leave. But they're selling all their jewelry to consultants who are not allowed to buy it for less than $5, meaning when they purchase that inventory, it's already a zero profit item. There's another doggo.
He was spread eagle. I was trying to show you that, but now he heard me move. So anyways, no, you're right. As a matter of fact, if you watch Taylor Kirby's lives, he does nothing but sell to consultants. Monica Cox does nothing but sell to consultants. When I thought that I did nothing but sell to consultants, but then when I started my own business, I was mistaken because
shopping, right?
they were shopping like crazy.
Exactly.
But if you go and watch Monica Cox, or when you watch me, when people are buying 5, 6, 7, 10 of each item, those are consultants shopping from you that did not get those pieces. Do you have that video that somebody just posted regarding Trent Kirby saying how he will go ahead and give extra pieces to elites?
Let me see if I can pull that up.
Cue that video. So this is what I'm getting at,
Give me
guys.
a second.
I'm making a point here. Is number one, Paparazzi is well aware that all of these elites that state that they sell, they are reselling the items to consultants who didn't get what they could get in the back office. And most of these consultants aren't other elites, baby cakes. These are consultants who are below, who are not elite yet, who could not get those pieces, right?
I have the video queued up. Would you like to hear it?
Yeah, hold on. Let me preface this.
Okay.
So they can try to dispute this all they want. It's not refutable. It's a fact. So if you go on any of these elite pages, they may have a 10% customer base and a 90% consultant base on these people trying to get pieces that they couldn't get. So we're going to go ahead. Candy, mute your mic for a second because it's really loud and I want them to hear this. I want you guys to hear this.
Sorry, guys.
I will tell you this. The truth is, elite pay attention more.
Yes.
That's why they're elite. If anything, elite get held to a higher standard. So sometimes if we have a problem on our system that we've oversold, and I know that there are certain people that ordered 50 or whatever it is, that they sell 50. They didn't just order it, they sell it. I will make phone calls every now and say, can you do me a favor and give me some of those back so I can spread them out on some of the people who missed it.
Oh, see?
That happens because you guys care about your teams.
Mm-hmm.
It's not because you're not going to sell. It's not because you don't have the customers. You understand that I made a mistake and you're willing to help us out. No, elite are held to a higher standard. You make a mistake, I tell you, tough luck.
Yep.
You don't respond back to me, I tell you that's your problem. And if anything, elite have a heart.
You hold us accountable. Yes.
Yeah. I don't hold everyone else accountable. They can yell at me all day long.
Question for my team: do we have a boys line or more of a men's line?
Okay, yeah, so pause that. So here's my point. Number one, that must be fucking nice because I never got special treatment except for the pieces I designed. I got first dibs at. Number two, maybe I never got special treatment because I'm not brazen enough to message my elite services rep and ask them to strip pieces from other people because I couldn't get that piece. That's just not me, right? I lose it. I still sell the shit that I could get, period, right? So this is what he's saying. He is saying that. Does he make phone calls? And you know those little pink stickers you get of sorry we oversold? It could have very well have been yours, but they're taking it from you to give it to your elite leader that has 100, 200, or 300 pieces of it, and you can't figure out why. Now, here's the really effed up part of it, right? Number one, he's either taking from another person's possible commission, and giving it to another person, like an Erica Cole, or he very well, if he's not so bright, be actually doing it to her own teammates and then giving it to Erica Cole, who then is probably going to send it back to her teammate anyways, right? The whole thing is fucked up. That is not right. It's unfair and it's fucked up. So those of you who want to know why elites get so many pieces, and then we've been told, because I always disputed this fact. I said, no, it is a fair playing field because I never got special treatment. I'm telling you that right effing fucking now. They didn't like me. It's a fact. That's a fact. By the way, we got confirmation. Misty could not stand my ass, which is why I never got text messages. I never got the phone calls. I never got the way, hey, good job, unless I was a circus monkey on the stage for them. She couldn't stand me.
I got automated phone calls when I hit a life of the party rank.
But
and
I
used to answer the phone and I'd be like, hi. And they're like, hello, this is recorded. So-and-so, congratulations. And I'm like, I ran to the phone thinking somebody was actually trying to call me.
Okay, but here's the thing. Some of the elites are getting special treatment. And you might not want to answer this, Tracy, but weren't you with an elite leader on
so I had a very weird experience. Trip? It was after Empower Me Pink in Columbus, Ohio. And I was with someone and they had released the Empower Me Pink pieces, but they had also released the Encore pieces. And one of the Encore pieces was a bracelet that had, I guess, sold out really quickly. She texted Summer Bates, the Elite Services liaison, and said, I need 150 of these. And Summer texted back, confirmed. Now, of course, I don't have proof of this. This is just, again, I can't prove any of this. This is me telling you a story of something I witnessed, and you can either take my word for it or not. Usually we have actual screenshots and receipts, or we don't bring it up. But this was the first time that I had seen, because I was not an elite, that Elite Services could manipulate who got what inventory. And I was very surprised. And I basically just said, must be nice, because we were limited to 50 and I hadn't gotten any. They had sold out. So she said, well, if I have any extra, I'll make sure you get some. And I thought, well, that's super generous of you that you're going to throw me a bone, because I just watched you basically get an unfair advantage. But
keep the system.
But the elites are held to a higher standard because they pay more attention. Okay.
I can't. That is some bullshit.
I was never an elite, so that was never my experience. And I don't know what
I wasn't
other
elite.
people's experiences were. That was just something that I witnessed. People can take that for what it's worth, because I know people are like, well, we don't believe anything you say. Okay. You don't have to believe me. You don't have to believe me. That's fine. But that was my personal experience.
I was an elite very early on. And I would always tell everybody, no, it's a fair playing field. That's not what I witnessed. And now we have them coming out of the woodwork with facts. Andrew said Hunter would get it all the time. He would, okay, you got your pieces. Are you fucking kidding me right now?
So Jenny Stockmeyer has a question. So
wait a minute. Hold on, I'm not done. Okay. So I hit Empire Diamond, doing it without favors, getting shit on by the company left and right all the time, not to mention other consultants 24/7. While Trent is taking pieces from other people who very well could have been my own downline because they couldn't stand me. So let's take commissions from Jerry to give it to other people like Hunter and Erica Cole and these other people who they claim have the real customers. Are you fucking kidding me?
Well, and Jenny, she said she'd like to know what's in the Elite tab in the back office. I've seen the Elite tab in the back office. All that looked like it was like branded merchandise to me. So my understanding, the Elite tab in the back office is items that you're allowed to order for yourself and pay for that say Elite, right? Jerry, am I wrong about that? Is there something else? The Elite tab is not special jewelry that you're allowed to get when everybody else doesn't get it. It's literally like backpacks, shirts, things
I've
that say
talked
elite.
about it. And
And
let
the
me talk
funny
about
thing
it.
is, you have to pay for it yourself, right? It's
Let
not
me
even
talk
free.
about it because you're never elite. So when I can talk about it because I was elite and I had the elite tab. Now, unless certain people had different shit there, which we're finding out, certain people do get different shit than other people. My elite tab only had elite branded merchandise that cost an arm and an effing leg. So that way you can spend more money with the company for their merch. That's all it was. That rumor about that elite tab bullshit is bullshit. It's never come from me. It's never come from Tea Time. It's come from you guys making up more bullshit than what's necessary. Unless, again, because I've wanted to back the company with the shit that I thought was bullshit. And now all of a sudden I find out it's not bullshit because they are lying, snaky pieces of shit who do actually favor certain people. I could tell you what my elite tab looked like, and all it was merchandise that had a lead on it that you could purchase out of your own pocket that was very expensive so you could get the swag from the company.
Yeah, I don't think it was. I think that that's all it was. I've never seen another elite. Yeah, I've never seen another. I've seen the elite tab. I've been with people who've had it, and that's all it looked like it was. So I don't think that that's where the special treatment comes in because here's the thing. Here's why I think that no special treatment would be in a tab, because then it would be available to all the elites and not just people they picked and chose. And really,
right.
I realize it's a privately owned company, but it is a privately owned company that is contracted with almost 500,000 people to be fair as a wholesaler and treat everyone the same, but they don't give people the same level of respect. And I have no respect for them at all.
No. And this, I actually sent it to y'all last night.
None.
Those of you active consultants right now that are on the fence of leaving or not leaving, wonder if you could, find wholesalers, just do jewelry. Tracy says it over and over. We've got a group, you've got 10 stuff, but I sent in a picture of them. And which Blockbuster ring is it? Tracy, you knew which one it was.
Mrs. Harry Winston, that they made him change the name to something else.
Blinding Brilliance or
Blinding
something like
Brilliance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because they got in trouble for using, I guess, the Harry Winston name. Yeah.
Okay, that ring I found on a site, 2 or 3 days ago. I sent it to them. Guys, I found that ring was $1.50 on the site I found it on.
Laughing my entire ass off.
Same exact
ring,
see
the size of my ass. That was a lot of laughing.
And how I know it's the exact same ring is because I happen to have a picture of Paparazzi's ring in my album. So I went and pulled it, and it's even the same picture that Paparazzi uses that's on this other wholesale site. So either Paparazzi took that wholesale site's picture and just added their crown at the bottom or something. Just like, guys, active consultants, y'all probably, Jerry, you may know, the LOP butterfly earrings. It looked like you had a wing in each side.
Right. That's
Do you know how many sites we three are seeing with those earrings on it?
They're all over the place.
In every color, silver, black, gold, rose gold. And do you know that it's the same picture? You know the picture that Paparazzi puts with the girl actually with it in her ear? It's the same picture on all these other sites. Go look. The girl in the Paparazzi has freckles on her face right here. So does the girl in all the other pictures. It's the same girl.
So this is riddle me this. When they send you the cease and desist letter that you can't use their crowned logoed photo anymore, they're literally stealing photos from other people and putting their motherfucking crown on it. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah.
Well, it would be interesting. It would be interesting if anyone ever challenged them on that. Like maybe the wholesalers give them permission. I don't know. Most wholesalers, when they sell you items, don't give you a limit on using the merchandise photographs for marketing because they'd rather you used a good photograph than showed that it was genuine and that they were a reputable wholesaler. But I mean, they could make their own choices. Sure, they can. I mean, if they think that that's going to stop any of us from selling it for pennies on the dollar, they've never met us, clearly. But they have met us, and that's why I'm surprised that they've underestimated us. But they don't remember meeting us because we weren't worth remembering. But that's okay. Beverly Phillips has a question that says, "Can't y'all move on from it? It seems to be eating you alive." Miss Beverly, it isn't eating us alive at all. The reason that we started doing these tea times was to try to help other people who are still in the company and confused about their position there, who are unaware of the unfair and shady business practices that go on. It's sort of like writing a review on Yelp. If you've eaten at a restaurant, I can write a review on Yelp and leave it there and never go back to the restaurant again. The problem is that people who think we should just move on from it are usually people who just want us to be quiet because they're upset by the information we have to share. You certainly don't have to tune in and watch because we're clearly not somebody. You're not our target audience if you think that is what we're doing here. We're spreading information with the hopes of saving other people the grief of investing further funds in a company that would literally watch them die and not say a word.
Correct.
So you, my friend, I wish you all the luck in the world, but we're probably not a show that you're going to continue to want to watch because we're not going to move on from it until every last person that is potentially in the line of fire by that company has somewhere else to go or knows that there's a safe place for them to land. Speaking of safe places for people to land, we have a group on Facebook called Recovering Paparazzi Consultants. It is a private group because we've had a little bit of harassment from folks who don't like that we're supporting each other, which is funny to me because we were all supposed to be a sisterhood. But it's kind of like a divorce when you leave and your friends all split down the middle, right? The Recovering Paparazzi Consultants group just asks you a few questions to join. Are you a former paparazzi consultant? What was your consultant ID? And do you agree to abide by the rules? That's all you have to tell us to get in. If you have a reason why you don't want to give us that information, you can private message, somebody and let them know why. But we do ask that you answer the questions. Come on over. There's 1,300 people in that group now. We're basically offering support. People are sharing their stories. We're sharing our business resources for people who've started their own boutiques. Just sometimes people just want to talk about how they got caught up in a cult and don't believe that happened to them and just want to commiserate with somebody who's had the same experience. Think about it as your VFW for ex-paparazzi consultants, because we battled that war and now we're all going to sit down and give each other a high five no matter what battle we fought or what state we were in, or how long we were in. Maybe it's if you've been in the paparazzi cult and you got out, you're welcome. If you're thinking about leaving and you haven't made up your mind and you just want to come in and look at the counter information that we're providing, then you're welcome to, as long as you're respectful. We know there are lots of people in there who are spying and taking our information out and giving it to others, and we really don't care because we're not doing anything in there but trying to help each other feel better about a poor decision that we made to join them in business. So people are welcome to come over. We're not focusing on anything other than moving on and making all of our lives better collectively and commiserating a little. I'm not saying that we don't post some funny memes because some of that shit's funny. That shit's funny.
Okay, so Haiti is number one saying that how dare anybody attack her because nobody knows her, and what if they were doing it to somebody else's loved one, completely ignoring the fact that she did the same thing to Candy.
We showed your video, Haiti. It
She's
was you.
also,
no one's talking about you. We watched a video of you talking about yourself. You showed yourself to be what
correct.
You are. We didn't have to tell anyone what we thought of you. Everyone got to watch your performance.
So
congratulations.
Speaking of that, her next excuse was those were only fragmented parts of the video. We could watch the whole video of you selling, and it doesn't matter if it's fragmented or not. You didn't say, I love Candy to death, and I think she's my BFF.
She didn't go, I'm just kidding.
Boo-boo.
Just kidding.
Nothing, Haiti. Nothing. That we could have showed. We'll show the whole video. I'm sure Candy has the whole damn video.
Let me say this. I want to say this very clear. I have sit on this since May of 2020. My customers who bought kits ask me every week, still to this day, a year and a half later, what happened? And I couldn't say a word.
That's right.
Because I know what Paparazzi's policy and procedure is about talking about consultants. So I had to keep my mouth shut.
And even though she wasn't held to it, they'd hold you to it.
Exactly.
And let's face facts. What's the point of even talking about it when it's over?
Why did I stay?
Talking about it when it's over? I'll tell you what.
I'm gonna tell you why I stayed another year and a half. Because I had a goal. I had a goal, and my goal was this year. I was gonna go for it again in May this year. Sure was. When we finally got word that there was actually going to be somewhat of a contest, I was gonna go for it again. That's why I stayed. And then the rules for this year's contest come out that you had to be nominated by an elite. Well, I knew right then and there wasn't no way on God's green earth. And that's when I sealed the deal that I was done. I actually quit that day. The only thing was I didn't cancel my account. I was waiting on my $2,000. because I worked too hard for
you
that.
might as well get your $2,000.
Yep. But yeah, that's somebody had private message. They said, "Why did you stay?" That's why I stayed for a year and a half. Because I'm somebody, when I set goals, I stick to them till I achieve them. I'm very driven into what I want. And when I want something, I don't stop till I get it. So that's why I stayed a year and a half.
And really the thing that's hard when you are a goal-driven person, because I'm a goal-driven person, Jerry's a goal-driven person. We both understand what you're saying. What is hard? It's hard to shift gears when you focused on something, because in my mind, I want to check a box. And if there's a chance that even if I didn't make it the first time, I can keep trying to get it a second time, I would have absolutely tried again. But it was made obvious that you can't reach your goal, not because you aren't worthy of it, but because there is no way that the person who is making a judgment will ever allow you to win. Then it's okay. And you didn't lose, and you can set a new goal and move on. And you did not fail. They failed you. And that's what I want everybody to take away from this.
Yep.
Candy did not fail. But
prior
the
to May
compliance
of 2020,
department certainly failed her, because a woman who was given a prize and paraded across the stage broke multiple compliance rules and regulations and was handed a prize. Candy did not actually break a compliance rule and regulation. She asked for clarification, wasn't given any, and then was told after the fact that they've decided that that is an incentive. You didn't fail. They failed you.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And it's funny because May of 2020 is when I tell everybody, that's when I went from loving this company to this is strictly a job. No more, no less. Strictly a job.
And I hope that
and I want to clarify something too, because y'all, I know a lot of you watch them, and I know there's haters on here that can't stand Jerry. I know this, Lord, do I know it, because I see the comments. I don't ever comment. I don't say nothing. I stay in the background because that's just who I am. I told my story September the 22nd. I've not spoken about this again. The only reason I did is because Tracy and Jerry had kept asking me, and I finally got to the point I was sick and tired of hearing these elites defend compliance, because I knew what I had. I knew what happened to me. So once I was told what happened to me, I know that they can no longer defend compliance and say, well, if you just follow the rules, you're okay. No, you're not. No, you're not. And they can't sit and say that they're fair across the board, because no, they're not at all. None whatsoever. That's why I spoke up again and done this. But guys, what they are saying is the honest to God truth. Every flipping bit of it. All of it. The way we are treated. Even after you leave, I have got customers that are still consultants that watch my lives, and God help their souls, are taking screenshots and hurry up and private message me, or have their sister or their cousin commenting for it, because they're scared to death to comment on my live to buy something. And they're not even breaking compliance, because I'm still selling my stuff for $5. But they have been told, because I'm an ex-consultant, they will be terminated on the spot if they are caught commenting on our lives.
And let's be real here, people. Just like Candy asked for clarification, there is nothing in policies and procedures that says you can't purchase jewelry for less than $5. It said you can't sell it for less than $5. So if your upline is attempting to intimidate you into staying away from friends that you would like to support when they've switched gears and have left Paparazzi and continued on their journey in a different way, think about the fact that someone's trying to threaten and bully you into not supporting your own friends. What does it matter where you get the jewelry once it's left Paparazzi's warehouse? It doesn't belong to them anymore. And if you're going to sell it as an active consultant for $5 and follow their rules and regulations, why does anybody have a problem with that? Ask yourself why. Because it's control. Because you're in a cult. Ding, 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 ding.
Just like the whole thing.
Oh, look, guys, Caroline's here. She couldn't stay in the
Caroline.
Well, just like the whole issue with you can't sell to each other for $275 our cost. Why do I need to sit on something? Okay, say about this is what drives me crazy. If you're going to drop something in 6 colors, drop all 6 colors the same dang day.
No, you have to wait for that. You have
Don't
to
spread it out.
FOMO.
Because you know what? You may buy 50 of this red one and your customers love it. You may buy 50 of the blue one and they hate it. Well, they are stuck with it, but we can't sell to each other for our cost so that everybody still makes their money all the way around.
Oh, but wait a minute.
Could trade.
But wait a minute. Most elites do. Most elites go ahead and buy it from each other for $275.
My elite upline bought from me for $275, but I wasn't supposed to tell anybody because it was only okay for her and her other friends.
There's my point.
That was always my issue with the whole, we want you to be successful. We want everybody making money. We want everybody being debt free. We want everybody owning their own business. How? Because the shipping delay, for instance, that is the biggest time frame in my business I ever had consultants shop off me because I'm very strict. I don't allow consultants. Matter of fact, they were the last people to get anything. I don't allow it. I actually will investigate when I get a new customer to see if they're a consultant. If they are, I'm sorry, you go to the bottom of the totem pole. Even on my live shows, I'm going to be the first one to say it right now. And consultants actually know this on my live shows. Even you're supposed to, I go in the order of the comments. But if it's a consultant, I skip over them. Because my job ain't to supply you. My job is to supply my customers. The people that's going to be with me every single day, not the ones that, I missed this piece today. I'm going to buy it and not see you next month.
Regulations for selling to end users. How dare you follow the FTC regulations for selling your product to end users? Don't you know that we're all supposed to be buying from each other and never making a dime?
I'm saying,
how dare you?
But like during the shipping delay, it was literally, we were going 5 weeks, almost 6 weeks before we were getting boxes of jewelry. You had these brand new consultants signing up, brand new. They had placed orders. They weren't getting their stuff. And the fact, Paparazzi, we want you to be successful. Everybody be debt free. But we couldn't sell to them for $275 so that they could start actually selling and building a business and making some profit. And we get out of debt because we're getting rid of crap we're sitting on and couldn't sell to start with.
But here's why. Because if we could sell it to each other for $275, why would anybody buy from the back office? You'd leave it sit there and sit there and sit there. They want you to buy it out from them every day. They shouldn't care what you do with it afterwards, but they do. Because if you can't make money, they have to make sure that you can't make money unless you buy from them.
Okay, so I'm gonna interject a little bit, and I do believe it's all control, but number one, I love when people hate me because usually the people who hate me are the ones that can't handle the truth, and you're lying, shady motherfuckers. Lying. I got a whole lot of them out there begging me not to say their name on Tea Time, and your time is coming, you shady motherfuckers. Okay. Next up, I like the fact when I was in Paparazzi or any other company, and even as a wholesaler dispute, like I have my retail business now that I do, I kind of like the MAP pricing, and that's kind of what Paparazzi does, which is a MAP pricing. It's a set price because you can't undercut other consultants. For instance, if you had a bunch of consultants out there, we were all consultants, and some of us only wanted to buy our ranks like most of you do, boo-boos. You would be offering buy two, get one free. But those who survived on sales like Tracy did, it would fuck her because nobody would buy from her because they would all go to the rank makers. And they would buy from the rank makers because they would be offering ridiculous incentives because they're getting $60,000 a month in commissions. So that way they can buy their monkey circus stage act on the stage. So there is a very good reason why they don't do that. And she
just calls them monkeys. I'm pretty sure
yes, we were all
stage
monkeys. Tracy, you were a stage monkey. Candy wanted to be a stage monkey, and I was definitely queen of the motherfucking stage monkeys. Okay?
Oh yes, you up there with your hair up in a bun, your black dress being paraded. Oh yes, I remember.
And those of you who didn't like my dress, Tracy Reed, I loved that dress, and I still love that dress.
Bjork.
So drop it.
Okay, Bjork.
Now, let me say this. No, I want to be on a serious note. When I blast what's wrong with Paparazzi, it's for real. And I will say that's one of the good things about Paparazzi is they're very strict about their consultants not outwardly undercutting each other. However, where they're really morally, ethically fucked up is the video we saw of Trent Kirby. Is the favoritism behind the scenes that are happening? Is the bullshit in compliance that is happening? So unfortunately, the facade kind of starts crumbling down with the bullshit. However, I think every company should have MAP pricing, even as a seller that I do. As far as my boutique, I like the companies that have the MAP pricing because I know other people can't go out there and undercut it, and that they're just only going to buy their Judy Blues from a certain person because they're not following the MAP pricing. So that's just me. Again, you can hate me or love me, but I'm going to tell you what I like and what I don't like, even if it is to give them a little ounce of a kudos somewhere. It would be that. But it's still all for nothing because there's still pieces of shits behind the curtain. Just saying.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever noticed any of Paparazzi's actual incentives? You know, when they do like the summer pack and all that, you have to order X amount of PV to even get that.
Oh, my favorite was when they decided 1 year that you weren't allowed to sell it anymore.
Right. Out of the blue.
We'd always sold
The Pink Friday pack.
Always sold it. And then all of a sudden.
Yep. It was 2019's Pink Friday pack.
You're not allowed to sell it. I'm like, since motherfucking when, bitch?
Something crawled up Misty Kirby's ass and died, and she was pissed off. And all of a sudden we couldn't sell it. But all those there was nothing that came out formally that said we couldn't do it. Nothing.
Mm-mm. Yeah, because that happened right out, not long. Like I said, it was in this Pink Friday pack of 2019. From then on, I was told anything that they give you as a special, like the jewelry at convention, you know, like this past year they gave you like a little 5-pack of jewelry. Yeah, you ain't allowed to sell that stuff because taxes haven't been paid on that.
But that's bullshit. What about the hostess rewards?
Exactly.
That is my point. Taxes are not paid on hostess rewards either, but you're encouraged to sell them or give them away.
Mm-hmm.
Nowhere in policies and procedures does it say that you're only allowed to give hostess rewards away. We know they're hostess rewards and they're supposed to be incentives for being a hostess, but no one has actual parties. So you're still getting them in every piece, in every shipment of pieces that you buy. 1 for every 10 or 2 for every 10 if you're in double because you're that high in LOB. So there's nothing in there that says you have to sell those, but you're not allowed to sell the free gifts that you get for a purchase with a purchase.
Mm-hmm. Hey, you want to do something a little different? Like we're going on 2 hours and 11 minutes. So what we should actually do?
We should shut it down. Yeah, sorry. We just get excited.
I know we have so much to say, so many people to talk about. But
Candy, thank you for coming on and explaining your experience because your experience was horrible. And I'm embarrassed that I was ever associated with a contest or a company that would treat somebody like that. I am so sorry. And if it makes you feel any better, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to order a fancy necklace in our new goddess collection. I'm going to name it the Candy.
I bet you
and yours will send you one. Can maybe one in a picture frame.
Can we make sure yours is lead and nickel free and cambium free, please?
I'll see what I can do.
Doesn't turn your neck black,
please.
I mean, I thought we were going to run the same standard, but okay, if I have to actually make it nice,
we have to do Candy some justice. We got to do Candy some justice and not spread cancer.
Okay. So I'm sorry that someone called you a piece of poo-poo or doo-doo or whatever that was. I mean, if you're not an adult enough to call me a fucking piece of shit, then I can't even take you seriously. Who said that? Let's see. What's her name? Haiti. Shady Haiti.
Right. She wanted to, but she realized she was being recorded.
Caroline Lawson's Z necklaces were ugly. That is not actually her fault. That is not actually her fault.
Oh God, she's just so.
It's her soul that we're worried about.
I'm a strong believer. What goes around comes around. Karma will always show her face. And I sit on this for a year and a half. Kept my mouth shut for a year and a half just so I could keep my income. And now that I'm on my own, it was time. Everybody knew exactly what happened in that competition because I had actual other winners that year that actually were winners as well. Matter of fact, eight of the 10 messaged me the day that board came out again for the second time that night, wanting to know where my name went, what happened. And I couldn't say a word to them. And I know that at least 3 of them are on her right now. So now you all officially know what happened. What happened.
I'm really sorry.
It's shitty.
Yep. So now, my last thing I'm going to say before I jump off here. Elites, keep your mouth shut. Because from here on out, you're going to look like fools. Straight fools to try to defend compliance. Because there is nothing you can say to defend them. There is nothing you can say that they're fair. You cannot say if you follow the rules, you're safe. I have showed you. I followed the rules. I showed you a girl that broke multiple compliances. Still this day, go look her up. She's a consultant. So elites, shut your damn mouth from here on out when it comes to compliance.
But every single video we've done, have we not demonstrated how all these elites have broken compliance, but they're still allowed to do to say paparazzi's fair?
This is somebody paparazzi allowed to represent the company with a necklace.
Yeah.
I mean, the lady who asked us, why can't we just let it all go? We're not letting it all go till justice is done. Justice has not been done, and we're not going to let it all go. We're just not. Because guess what? We're not that kind of people. The same drive that leads us to fight for the goals that we set for ourselves lead us to continue to spread this information until justice is served.
Yep.
So, Candy, thank you so much for coming on Tea Time. We really appreciate it. We're going to wrap up because we have gone extra long, and I appreciate everybody's patience. We'll have it up on YouTube as soon as we can. For those of you who couldn't watch it on Jerry's page this time, it was my page last time. Facebook has its things, but that's why we're putting them up on YouTube. So eventually you can still see them. We'll be back on Tuesday. If we don't have an emergency tea time before, Jerry's like, stop it. I'm like, no, I'm just saying, tea time emergencies happen. But if not, we will be back next Tuesday with another healthy dose of delightful spicy tea. I'm Tracy.
I'm Feisty.
And I'm Candy.
And we're out. Bye.
Bye.